The release of the iPhone 15 Pro Max might be the worst released iPhone that I've witnessed in a long time. I don't know if it's Apple's fault or if it's the developer's fault, and honestly, I don't think it matters because the end result is the same. Users are having a bad experience with the new iPhone, which then they perceive the iPhone as being bad, even though it just could be a couple of software tweaks. When released, it immediately got bad media attention due to the phone breaking really easily. Well, that is, if you purposely drop your phone from 2 stories high or you purposely try to bend it. But, in normal day-to-day scenarios, if you're not using your phone like an exercise machine, well, it holds up pretty good. Well, a few updates came out, and, the overheating issue has been completely solved, and as it turns out, it wasn't even Apple's fault. The main perpetrator was Instagram. Once Instagram released their updates, that's it. No more overheating. iPhone, though, actually did a video on this, and right when he updated Instagram, he showed live on camera how the CPU cores, they just didn't spike up as they used to. The new iOS firmware update also seemed to have solved an issue that I was having personally, and that is the phone getting really hot while charging with a USB-C cable. I mean, it was like you're holding the sun in your hands. But thankfully, after the newest update, I have yet to encounter that. Now, of course, it gets warm, but it doesn't get anywhere near as hot as it once used to, which is always a good thing. You guys never want your phone getting really hot because that, of course, ruins your battery health over time, and we've seen that a lot with the iPhone 14 Pro series. Now, did you guys think that was the only issues with the iPhone 15 Pros? Nope, there's more. But before we continue, here's a quick word from today's sponsor, Trend Micro. Whether you're working from home, working with crypto, or shopping online, hacking is at an all-time high. With Trend Micro's Premium Security Suite, you'll get access to maximum security protection for PC, Mac, Android, iOS, and even Chromebook. It comes with many benefits, but my personal favorite after a year of using it is the password manager, which generates hard-to-guess passwords, and it even has keystroke encryption, which helps protect you against keyloggers, which is a type of malware that can literally see everything that you type. Using the mobile app is super easy and it walks you through everything that needs to be fixed, so you'll have the confidence in knowing that you're as protected as possible. The computer app is also super user-friendly and you do not have to dig around to find something that you're looking for. It's just all there. So protect yourself today by using the link down below and use code MARK10 to get 10% off. Another issue that's been plaguing the iPhone 15 Pros is the top speaker crackling and making odd sounds whenever the volume is over 80%. Now look, I've tried to recreate this issue with my own personal iPhone 15 Pro Max because you guys know I love me some phone drama. Believe me, okay? If there's drama, I'm going to talk about it. But I couldn't recreate it. Now, I don't know how widespread this issue is. I don't think Apple even addressed it, so I don't know if it's a case of just bad quality control or if there really is an issue that many people might not even notice that they have. But like I said, I've tried to recreate it many times with different songs and I couldn't. So aside from those few issues, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has been pretty good to me.
I trusted you.
I don't really see anything too out of the ordinary. In fact, I really do like what Apple did with the new camera system, especially that 5x lens. It is amazing, especially in video, allowing you to get like really close to your subjects, and the stabilization is fantastic while recording using that 5x lens. I mean, it is really good, and I like how smooth it switches the lenses. I mean, even if you go from 5x to ultra wide, it really looks like you're using just one long lens, or at least one long zoom, instead of multiple lenses. Now, the 5x lens on the iPhone 15 Pro Max is really good. I think it's good enough for most people, but of course, if you want that super long reach, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is still going to be your phone. The addition of the main lens defaulting to 24 megapixels has also been really good, especially since now that it gives us the ability to take 24 megapixel portrait mode photos just as long as you use the main 1x lens. I mean, the details are truly there. So now talking about the battery life, it did improve, but mainly it only improved for those people that were having that Instagram bug, because believe it or not, that Instagram bug was causing 1% drain per minute of using the Instagram app. So if you are suffering from that, definitely firmware update your phone and you'll see your battery life going way up. Personally, I'm getting around 7 hours, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. That's not the best, but I think that's definitely like really good enough for most people out there. It'll definitely get you through a long day of work or a long day of endlessly scrolling through TikTok. Now, talking about the A17 Pro chip in here, it's a monster, of course. It's better every year, just as any other phone brand. I think mainly the people that are truly going to notice the difference are the gamers, right? Because now the iPhone 15 Pro series allows for AAA titles, AAA games on the iPhone. That's insane. And we're not talking about like watered down versions of the game like Call of Duty Mobile is to the full Call of Duty game, right? We're talking about full games coming to the iPhone, like completely full games. That is kind of wild. So now instead of buying an iPhone and a video game console, you can just buy an iPhone. And that's it. Now look, so far there's only a couple games coming. I believe there's like four games coming. But of course, that list is going to grow because once Apple does something, well, it goes big and it kind of spreads like wildfire. But something that everyone will notice, not just gamers, is the new updated modem on the iPhone 15 Pro series. It is really good. I'm getting service on this phone and data speeds on this phone where my iPhone 14 Pro Max couldn't. Like there's a lot of weird places around the city that I live in where with my iPhone 14 Pro Max, my cell service would just go out the door. I have no idea why. But with my iPhone 15 Pro Max, I have yet to run into any issues. Anywhere I go, at least around me, I have really great signal and really good data speeds. But of course, this does depend where you live, right? So this is just anecdotal. So as far as the action button goes, it's pretty cool. I mean, I really do like how Apple actually let us do basically whatever we want with the action button. I've seen people program like your front door smart lock to the button. So whenever you come up, like, you pull into the driveway, you get out of your car, you click and hold the action button and it unlocks your front door. Like that's pretty helpful. I'm not going to lie. You can use it to unlock your car. I just have mine set on the flashlight. Call me old fashioned, but I just use it the most. But there are also people who are programming that button to call your favorite contact or to open your favorite apps. So, I gotta admit, I really like how Apple didn't really like close it down and you can only use it for this, and this, right? They kind of just said, hey, go wild, do whatever you want. That's up to you. Well, also, again, the same is true for the USB-C port. I thought Apple would kind of lock it down and make you buy like their own proprietary connections and everything with their like own proprietary like chips. You know what I mean? But no, you can basically use anything with the USB-C. You can charge another phone with it. You can hook it up to a monitor. You can hook it up to a TV and play your video games that way. I mean, Apple's kind of turning into Android. Not. I mean, we're getting close. We're not there yet, but we are getting close. So my 2 weeks with the iPhone 15 Pro Max have been good. I mean, the phone didn't wow me. It didn't shock me. It didn't like make me go like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, give me more. It's a good phone. Like I said in my last video, if you have the 14 Pro Max, don't upgrade. It's basically the same thing. When it comes to day-to-day life, day-to-day using the phone, it's the same as the 14 Pro Max. Only if you're going to be using those specific features that are exclusive to the 15 Pro Max, that's when you'll be more likely to upgrade. But again, I really suggest waiting for the iPhone 16 next year. So the phone did have a pretty bad start, I'm not gonna lie, but of course, thanks to updates, it did get better. And that's why a lot of people hold off on buying a phone. They wait until those updates are out, then they go buy it so they don't have to deal with all the craziness that's plaguing the iPhones recently. But that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like. It's absolutely free to you, but it helps me and the channel out a lot, and I always appreciate it. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.